Ready? Play.
Always the most positive interviews.
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, Anna, congrats on the win. It's a big one in your career. Just
Thank you.
Tell us what your initial reaction to it is.
The reaction was crazy. I literally had no words after the match. I didn't even know what I felt. I was so empty. You know, before the match we had last 3 score head to head, but last 2 matches were three sets, and I knew I was able to do it. I believed in myself all the time, and I was very brave in this match. I went for it. I went to win points on my own, to create the game, and to never be passive.
Great. Open it up to you.
You played Jess, obviously, in San Diego, and she was very complimentary of you after that match, kind of saying, you know, she's playing very, very well and made it very difficult in that match. What did you learn from the San Diego match that you were able to do differently today?
I learned that I was not very far, and I was not worse player than her, and that I was able to do it. I was in San Diego. We had a big battle, great tennis, a little bit of ups and downs, but I really enjoyed the match back then. And this week, being in Indian Wells, you know, in one of the best tournaments in the world, gives more energy, gives more positive emotions. And you know, I always tell myself that I should not have any negative thoughts during the match, no matter what happens, even if nothing goes right. For me, it's very important to think the right things and to tell myself the right things. And I tried to believe in every single moment. Even when I lost the second set, I understood that I was not missing much. I made more mistakes than in the first set, but I was not missing by far. And I realized that I can do it. And I was telling myself until the end that I can do it. And I tried to give my best on every single point. I like to repeat to myself that I cannot do better than my best. And and I just and I was telling myself that I should not have regrets in the end of the match. I'll give everything, I'll have no regrets, and the result does not depend completely on me.
I feel like you've been sort of involved in some of these high-profile matches now. You just beat Jessica Pegula. You had that epic tiebreak at the Australian Open. How are you? I mean, do you even feel that you are sort of in the spotlight a little bit when you play matches, or are you just moving ahead and you don't really look at like what people are talking about or saying?
It's a good question. Of course, I try to not read any media. I try to avoid news and what people talk about me. I don't wanna know what journalists say about me. No, because
no offense, it's okay.
Sorry. What I wanna say is that in tennis, anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and we all play differently every day. Sometimes we have perfect control over the ball, sometimes we cannot put it in the court. You never know what will happen. So I always prepare myself to fight, to run everywhere, and try to put as many balls in the court as I can. And you know, the match against Rybakina that I won in Australia, it gave me confidence because I understood that I can beat top players. But I should never forget that I can also lose to anyone. So I try to stay disciplined every day. I try to give my best, not only on matches, but also on the practice court, in the gym, in my recovery routine. Because in tennis, there are no unimportant details. Every detail is important. And I think the best players, they are very regular in their performance. It's not like they win great matches here and there, but they are very constant in their results. And I'm trying to be disciplined every day to recover well and to improve my level of tennis and fitness, to be able to compete on the highest level as often as possible.
Is there a player that you look to on tour these days that you see as an example to you with respect to those things?
I would say that there are many players, and I take something from many players. For example, Arina Sabalenka, I like her courage. She goes for it. She has a fire in her eyes and energy, and I take this energy from her. I like players like Bia Hadadmaya. I take her discipline, I take her professionalism and her perfectionism. Also Iga Swiatek, I always take her professionalism in the gym, on the court. But many players I love to take examples from all these players. Jessica Pegula, she's very nice off the court, she's a very good human being, and I love to repeat the words of Rafa and his uncle that it's more important to be a good person than a good player. So coming back to your question, there are many players that I look on practice, in the gym, off the court, and I like to take something unique from each of them.
Do you have any goals this year?
I don't like to set ranking goals. I want to improve, I want to grow as a player, as an athlete, as a person. I have mental goals to stay focused on the process, manage my emotions, dealing with stress, my courage, my fighting spirit. You know, I always try to improve. I try to improve my fitness, my speed of movement, my stamina. But I don't set goals such as being top 30 or top 20. I don't like, because as I said before, the result of any match doesn't fully depend on me, and the ranking is just the consequence of the process and the progress that I have done.
Okay.
Groovy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
We're going
do-
to
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.